Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. I decided to change the format slightly for these Tametsi videos, now that we're getting sort of into the relatively late, well, I don't know, maybe it's medium game, because like these puzzles over here I assume are pretty hard, but we've had a fair number of pretty hard puzzles, and I don't love like being 45 minutes into a video and deciding like, oh, should I start another one? Should I keep going on this? Or if I just finished one, should I start another, or should I keep going on a hard one? So anyway, what I decided to do is just do one puzzle per video, kind of like how I don't know. I started getting more into puzzles a couple months ago maybe, when I saw Cracking the Cryptic, which does Sudoku videos, and they do one per episode, and it's kind of it's kind of nice to have a sense of closure, right? Plus, I'll be able to title the episodes after like the puzzle that we're doing, which is nice. So that's my plan. I'm going to do just one episode, one per episode, and if it ends up we have some short episodes, then that's life. And if I haven't solved it after like 45 minutes, I'll start thinking about whether I should start thinking about giving up. Not like give up, but just think about it. Anyway, so here we are. We got a lot of zeros. Those are a nice place to start. And we do have excuse me, diagonals here. All right, was that the only zeros? It looks like it was. Not a lot to start with, I have to say. Or is it? These 2's next to 1's don't really say anything, but I guess this 3 next to 1's does. Right, like what? It could be like here and here, or it could be both of these. It can't be both of these. Could it be even one of these? No, it couldn't, right? If we have this, there's nowhere to put the second bomb for the 2. Okay, so we do have that much, and that gives us the 1 going here. These two 1's work together to give us these 2 squares, and now we have a 0 to work with. 2 next to a 1 gives us this as well. 2 next to this one, we have to put a mine here, and there can't be any here. This one and here, yep, likewise here, and we have the 0. This one gets us down here. We can probably do more up there. I'm just like 1 next to 2. Yeah, you can definitely make progress with that, but I'm looking at these at the moment. You can only be in one place at once, you know? Speaking of which, nowhere to go here anymore, so let's move on up. This one and this one, no mine there. And we get this group of 6 from these 1's. 2 next, no. This 2 next to this one is what's important, because it puts a mine here and none here. All right, that was all pretty simple Minesweeper stuff. That's the nice thing. Like, I don't know. I looked at a comment on one of my earlier videos where someone was like, did you play much Minesweeper before this? I haven't, and blah blah blah. Like, but it seems like you're way more efficient on the like 4x4 or the square grid with diagonals. And like, I don't know. Oh, hang on, this one and these ones. I don't think I was like ever obsessed with mines. Did I say Minecraft? I'm pretty sure I said Minesweeper. Anyway, I don't think I was ever like crazy about it, but it was like, in the what? Gosh, early 2000s? I guess must have been about the time that I had my own like bulky old laptop, and Minesweeper was about the only game you could play on it. So I've played a fair amount. I estimated maybe tens of hours in my life, but probably not hundreds. And that certainly does make a difference in like ability to recognize things quickly. This one is not actually interesting, I guess. Oh, yes it is, because we have this one. So in fact, the rest of this row is all clear. the 3 next to the 4 is pretty important because we have 3 of these, then only 1 of these. Exactly 1. Which means this 3 needs 2 in these squares, which means this 2 is full and therefore can't have mines here. The 2 next to the 1 goes up there. Is the 1 next to 2 interesting? I'm not sure. It gives us exactly 1 mine here, but I don't think that's enough to do much. We already knew that from this 3 and 4. This 1 is good as well because of these ones here. We know there's nothing there. Oh, no, that's wrong. Yep. I'm still blind to, like... Speaking of Minesweeper, blind to, like, the fact that you're not always exploring the edge of a region, which you would always be doing in Minesweeper, pretty much. These ones could be up here. So, okay. Where can I go? Well, this 1, I guess, right? There's a mine there for what that's worth. These 2 3s next to each other are actually pretty good. They take away these squares. The 2 next to this 1 puts a mine here. Then the 2 1s give us these mines. 2 across from the 1, there's a mine here. And now we have zeros. These 2s, that 1, okay. This is going to need to be solved by column or row clues, I guess. Anything going on up here? This 1 is very exciting, isn't it? Because there's big numbers here, and they can all, between them, have only 1 over here. Huh. Could it be one of the 2s? I feel like it should be one of the 3s, but let's suppose it were here. What would we actually have then? Oh, hang on. It's simpler. Just look at these 2 2s, and they're sharing these squares, but not these 2. So these are not mines. And now the 3 is done. It was one of the 3s for what it's worth, but I don't know whether that was a justified conclusion or just like something that sort of happened. Not conclusion. It was a hypothesis. I never believed it. I just sort of supposed it. Is something wrong there? No, that's fine. The 1 and this one go here, here, and here, right? I just double check. Yeah, here. And then we get these as well. That's sort of like the pattern of like if you have a 1 kind of protruding from a 1, then you can go this way uncovering 1s, and you get this kind of like blob. You can't go any further because they're no longer sharing squares. You can only go out like 2 steps. But as long as you keep getting 1s, you can go out. It just sort of works. This 3 and these 1s, put mines there. This, I think we're at a dead end in this area for now. Where else can I go? What about this 3? Or this 3? Oh, no, right. This I thought briefly this was marked as a mine, and then this 1 would give us something, but it's not. Well, we have 1 of these 2, exactly. So we have 2 of these 4. 2 of them, here, let's get out the pencil. There's 1 here, at least 1 here because of this 3. What can we say about the remaining squares? I feel like not very much. Aha, no, but we can say something else. This 1 and 2 share these squares. Oh no, we knew that already. Ugh, not these two. That gives us a single mine here, but we already knew that. Whoa, this is kind of an interesting idea. Check this out. So look at these rows. No, this isn't going to work. Is it? No, it's not. I don't even know what I was thinking. Well, actually, this is kind of cool. So, in these rows, there is a total of 6 mines. There are a total of 6 mines. And this 4 commands an awful lot of them, doesn't it? In this area, there are 4 mines, which means in the remainder of these 2 rows, there's only 2 mines. We know one of them is here. And that's 5, and there must be one here to finish this 3. That's all 6. So we can mark this as not a mine. I'm not sure that's really the kind of forward progress I was hoping to get. I thought I'd figure something out over here. But it turns out we can resolve this a bit early. Can I do something else with that? What if I started with this 4 instead? Then we know there's 4 here. Ah. That's a 5th. So this is the 6th mine, which means this 1 can't have a mine here. And that should be a big help. We know, yeah, now this area is done. We know that the 3 has 3 mines here, which means there's 1 mine in these 2 spaces. And to finish the 3, the middle 2 must be mines. It's not finished because we have some ambiguity left as to which of these, right? Okay. Well, where to now? I think we're pretty much done with this area at the moment. I don't know. Is this too interesting somehow? It is. Look at... No. No. I thought this 3 was giving us more than it is. If this 2 were a 1, then we know there's at most one of these 2, and therefore both the 2 in here, and this wouldn't be a mine, but that's not the case. Oh, but we have this 1 here? Does that do something? It means this 3, yeah, this 3 can have at most one of its mines up here. So it has to have at least 2 down here. And in fact, it can have at most 2 as well. It has exactly 2 of these, therefore 1 of these. So both of these spaces are safe. And now this 1 and this 1 put no mine here. And we get this. Still not done with the area, but I guess this 2 solves that. This 1 puts a mine here, which lets us get in. And the row clue finally finishes that off. I don't know if I was meant to do that, or if there was something simpler I could have done first. But it was kind of a cool series of inferences. Combining row clues is a challenge still. I haven't like I get it, but I don't just jump to it. I don't see it right away. like I do with all these instances I'm not even bothering to describe because I don't know. I figure anyone who's made it this far in the series, I don't know, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are not like super into Minesweeper, but just like listening to the sound of someone solving a puzzle. But you know, those people, they don't care why you made an inference, right? So I thought I would just sort of chat with you guys instead of having to say, oh look, a 1 means a 2, and then you know, whatever. It's the same thing it's been every 80 times I've said that so far this video. I don't think we can do anything over here though. I bet the row clues are pretty good though, aren't they? Yeah, because this 2 is in fact enough. We have 1 here, therefore 1 here, and that finishes this 1. No. These 2 1s put no mine here. And the 2 2s share these 3 squares, so these 3 are open, and the 1 row clue puts a mine here. These 2s give me these 2 squares, and the 1 puts a mine there, and the row clue puts a mine there, and now we can do all this stuff. Am I gonna need column clues to break into this area? It feels like I am. Because I don't think the rows let me in at the moment. There's just enough space for these 3 to be mines, which means we can't actually clear this 1 space at all. Oh, this 2 is easy. These 2 1s give us these spaces, and we can do that. Likewise, this is safe, and so is this. The 1 and the 2 and the 3 are good enough, right? We have 1 of these 2, therefore 1 of these 4. And therefore this 3 for its 3rd mine. Hang on, is that right? We have 1 of these 2, which means exactly 1 of these 4. The 3 has 2 more mines to distribute, even if it puts 1 into this area. They can't both go down here, so 1 of them goes here. It's not what I was hoping for. This 1 sees these, which means this 2 has exactly 1 mine here. There's exactly 1 mine here. But I don't care about that. It doesn't do anything. So, no, something good is happening, I think. This 1 has a mine here, so this 2 has a single mine here. A single mine here, which means this 2 has a single mine here, but we know it's one of these 2, so it can't be one of these 2. Now this 2 puts a mine there, and we've simplified the situation a fair bit, I think. Yes, now this 1 puts a mine here, so the 2's last mine has to be here, which finishes the column. And I think the 3 needs a mine here? No, I can't say that for sure. It could be these 2, and the 2 would still be okay. It is 2 of these 3, but that doesn't help the 7 enough to be worth looking into. This 1, though, sees these, but also this 1. So there can't be a mine there. Now this 1 clue is just telling us the same thing as this 2, basically. one of these two. This 2-column almost helps, but there could be one here and one here. Or there could be one here and like one up here somewhere, so it doesn't actually help. Am I missing something over on the right side of the puzzle? I don't think so. Oh, but the middle got more than I actually went with, right? These 2s see these 4 squares, so these 2 are safe. Surely I can do more than just that. I mean, I can conclude a few things, but they don't seem very useful. For example, this 3 tells me like there's at least one of these from this 2. Therefore, at most 2 of these. I don't know. That's even easy to tell from this 2. So maybe I'm not concluding anything much at all. But what if we like looked at this? Like there's at least one of these, which means at most 2 of these, and likewise at most 2 of these. So it can't be all 3 here for what that's worth. But I don't see that giving me anything immediate. Did I miss something with this 3 and 1 combo up here? I don't think so, but we'll check. So this 3, well, okay, this 1, there's exactly one of these. So at most, in particular, one of these, which means this 3 needs at least 2 here. But that doesn't really do anything. The 4 row clue is not really impacted by putting at least 2 mines somewhere. I mean, this 8 is almost good, I think. Like we've got 4, 8, 10. Oh, no, 13. So there's a lot of space for that 8. We can't really say where they are. This has been a fairly tractable puzzle so far, but I'm now starting to feel a bit lost. I'm pretty sure there's nowhere that you can do anything with just Minesweeper. You have to use the row and column clues somewhere. But I haven't found any like promising candidates, right? This area down here we looked at earlier, and I don't think it works. Like we know there's one here, fine. You don't need a row clue to tell you that. You know there's 2 of these. You know, at least one of them's here, but equally at least one of them is here. Or, you know, any combination of 2 cells you could choose has at least one, because that's what happens when you put 2 into 3. This 3 has at most 1 here, but maybe none. Yeah. I mean, this 2 column, it has at most 1 here, which means that it has at least 1 in one of these 2. So, for example, if we could show that it's impossible to have both of these because of some restriction going on here, that would be pretty useful. Or if we could show that any one of them is impossible, that would be even better. So I guess we'll look at that for a minute. Right, we have at least one of these 2. So suppose that we had both. They're both mines. What do we get? That isn't, and that isn't. And that's not. And none of these are. So one of these is, and one of these is. Seems fine. And this doesn't really say anything. It seems like this could happen. All right, let's just look at every single row clue and see if any of them are promising. Like, I think I've looked at the promising ones, but maybe I overlooked it somehow. This 7, we've got like 2 or 3 over here. 4 in this giant space, doesn't seem very good. This 8's even worse. We have no restrictions practically. This 4 goes into 11. This 9, yeah, there's a million of them. The 5 into 12 is not much. 4 into 9, yeah, not much either. 5 into, I don't know, a lot. 7 is obviously preposterous. This 4, no. 5, no. This 3, actually, maybe the 3 and the 2 together are more interesting than they are separately. Like, we know there are 5 mines there, right? Exactly 1 is here. And exactly 1 is here, which means there are 3 in this area. And only one of them could possibly be here, so 1 has to be here. And if there's 1 here, then the 1 is finished. And this area is open. And that should be pretty cool, right? Somehow. Oh, and we can mark these as mines. Yeah. That didn't really give me much more to work on, I don't think. There might be more going on, though. Because now, I don't know, we know exactly one of these and exactly one of these. And exactly one of these. And I don't think that's much of anything. Okay, so how about this one? Get out of here, you guys. This one we can ignore. It's the same as this 2. This 2 could potentially be interesting, but... Oh, I'm so dumb. I've had this whole time. There's a 1 right here. I was looking at this one and being like, I can't decide. But no, there's 1 here. Okay. Now we get this done. Would have been easier to have started there, of course, but it was a kind of cool deduction with combining these columns, don't you think? It'll have to be its own reward here. This 2 has to be both of these. This 0 gives us this space, which doesn't help actually. Oh, it does! Because now this 3 can't be outside of this 1's grasp. It has to be one of these and 2 of these. So we can click here. These 2 from the 3, 0, okay. These 1's give me this, and there's the mine. This can't be a mine because then there'd be no space for the second one, which means we can put a mine there. This 1 is covered by this 2, which needs at least 1 and therefore exactly 1 mine here. Oh, and it's touching both of these, so it has to be there. That's a 0. 1 next to the 2 is a mine there. These 1's put a mine there. Aha, now we can get this area going. This 1 means there's 2 mines in this area, which means there's 1 mine in this area, which means there's 2 here. I guess that's not quite, I don't know, getting this going might be a bit of an exaggeration, I suppose. Oh, Hilbert curve, I just noticed the title of the puzzle. That is what this shape is. How cute. This 1, no? What about this 3? It's not really anything because we have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Yeah, great. We knew that already. This 4, though. There's only 5 squares in the row, and 2 of them are here. And only 1 of those is a mine because of this 2. So the other 3 are mines, and finally this area is coming apart. At least a little bit. Still can't do this, can I? No, there's not even anything close to going on over there. But this 0 column is nice. I guess I had that a while ago. We know there's 2 of these. Okay, I don't think we can resolve this 5, but I'd like to look at it. There's exactly 2 of these and exactly 1 of these. Therefore, 2 of the remainder of the column, which just does nothing. Is this 7 good now? We have 1 of these and 1 of these. That's 2, and there's only 5 left. So those 5 are all mines. The 6 still has a lot of freedom. These column clues don't tell me much. Oh, this 2 does, though. Does that help with any of these rows? Not really. To narrow things down, we kind of needed to find non-mines over here. This 2 could almost be interesting. We know there's 1 here. We know there's at least 1 here, but they could be the same one. We already did this one. This one? Or, like, nothing really stands out. This 2? Is there some way to, like, combine these somehow? I don't think so. Let's look at some downs. We know about the first 3. This 5 we checked, it doesn't really do much. We know there's 1 of these and 2 of these, but then who knows? Aha, the 2, that's what we should look at. This one and this one cover the whole area. Or cover the 2 mines anyway. This 2 across from this 2 says no mine here. And there is one here because of the 1s. 0 row gives us this area now. Nothing here. That's a mine. This 2 and this 1, there's a mine here. This column clue puts a mine there. Is this... well, not quite. Ah, the 1 row clue, though, has to be here, which solves this 2, or at any rate puts a mine here. Oh, and this is a 0, so we can get in there. The 2 and the 1 column puts a mine here, which finishes the other 1 column. The 1 column also gives us this for the same reason. Oh, this is a 0. Now what? Oh, this 1 and the row 3 clue. No? There's still space for 2 mines outside of here, and I don't know where. I don't see an immediate path for progress here, which is why I'm getting out the pencil to mark some things up. I just don't know what I should even write. One thing we could do is say, suppose none of these were mines. You know, then we'd have mines here and not here. And not here either. And we'd have to have all 4 of these for the column. Then the row would give us this. This 2 clue would put these in. This 2 gives us nothing here. So this is totally possible. If we tried it, we might... Or is it possible? We need a mine here and a mine here to finish the 2. Oh, it's not possible. How did we manage to do all this without putting a mine here? Oh, I'm so dumb. Of course these can't all not be mines. There's a 1 clue right there. Right. So what we do know then is that 2 of these are mines. Okay. We can do something with these 2 column clues in this area, I think. Suppose that we put the mine for the 1 here. Then we can only put 1 more mine for the 2 here, and there's no space for 3 mines in the column. So this is impossible. We have to put the mine here. Now, each of these areas has 2. And that makes up 3. That means you can't have the 2 middle mines, because if you did, one of these 2 would have to have 3, one of the corners. So if there's not both of the middle mines, then we must have both of the corners, or edges, or whatever. And now this area is just waiting for a row clue to figure it out. And this 1 is finished with this 1, and we can mark here. This 2 and this 1, there has to be at least one of these 2 mines, so that's a mine, and the rest of this row isn't. For there to be 2 mines in the row, it has to be these 2. And that's the last mine. All right. So I feel a little bad about the 1 mistake that I made early on there about the kind of plus-shaped clue. Or no, it was like more of a narrow ridge or whatever. But overall, it felt like a pretty okay performance. A puzzle with some tough parts, and I felt good about getting through them. And some parts where I just like didn't spot the things I needed to spot as quickly as I would have liked. But I got there eventually. And so as I said in the beginning of this episode, we're just going to do 1 puzzle per episode, which, you know, this puzzle, I probably would have stopped. No, I probably would have recorded another if I was trying to do multiple, but that would be too ambitious. I think the next puzzle is going to take a pretty long time too, and trying to cram it into this episode wouldn't do it justice. So that was Hilbert Curve, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.